sound safe. Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight at 10. I'm Casey Smith. It's been more than 3 years now since Russia invaded Ukraine, and protesters in our area gathered for a rally in support of Ukraine's war efforts. KNWA's Michaela Rodriguez spoke with one protester originally from Ukraine who says she has hope in the United States' part in creating peace for her native country.
When I was leaving, it was a party country. It was everywhere you can hear the laugh and smiles. A lot of families were walking outside, and just happy place to be.
Natalia Chaposka is one of the dozens of protesters that were on the Bentonville Square, standing in support of Ukraine and encouraging those in attendance to take action. Another one of the outspoken voices at Saturday's rally was Trevor Dane.
The action item for all of us today and all citizens of Northwest Arkansas is to contact your members of Congress and tell them that you support Ukraine.
I hope that congressmen and senators, they will hear the people of Arkansas, of Northwest Arkansas, and they will support Ukraine as well.
The protest is in support of people like Chaposka, who moved to Northwest Arkansas from Ukraine 7 years ago. She remembers what life was like before her native country became a war zone. But on her most recent visit to Ukraine, Chaposka says something felt different.
No matter what, you always sit down, you talk to someone, and we always end up talking about the war and what's happening.
Since Russia's invasion, Chaposka says many Ukrainians are separated from families and financially hurting to support the military. But she says the one thing that hasn't changed is the country's optimism. Optimism that isn't just limited to her native country, but her new one as well.
I still feel optimistic because the United States' role was always to be mediator and to be for peace.
Chaposka says her friends from back home ask her about how Americans feel about the war. And every time, she always points to welcoming arms she feels from her neighbors in Northwest Arkansas.
A lot of Americans, they support Ukraine, and even in our, looking at our small community, we see a big support.
Michaela Rodriguez bringing us that story. Some of the protesters say that they're planning to go to Washington, D.C. in April to speak in person with Congress to show their support for Ukraine.